not texting. I'm looking on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, what are you looking for?
We need some stuff.
Deals.
Some,
Deals. We're looking
plants.
for deals. Oh.
Yeah.
Somebody in my office, I walked past it, they have like a full-blown, you know those trees
So nice.
that grow up and then when they hit the wall, they turn and you like tie them to the,
Oh.
like you put like hooks and stuff.
Like kind of a vine?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
I looked, I was like, it looks like fucking Jumanji in here, you know?
That's what my office should look like. But they don't have any plants up. We're a landscape architecture office. Not a single
I'll get you
plant.
some plants. I'll get you some plants.
Do you want
The,
real plants?
the boss doesn't want plants.
Oh.
He's like, plants belong outside. What are we doing? I'm bringing outside of their environment.
That's
We're
not-
landscape architects. We're
building
not
your-
designing interiors.
You're building your brand. How can you have a landscape like
That's what I think. That's my opinion.
also
Bringing the
plants?
outdoors to your office.
I mean, if you have plants, I'll take some plants. What do you just have them lying around or something?
No, but it's almost spring, and I know my dad will be like, dude, mom gone crazy. You know what I give my mother for Mother's Day every year?
Flowers?
No, I give her a bunch of money and I say, spend them on flowers. And she says, oh, I will. And I was just like, I remember like years ago, my brother's like, what should we get mom for Mother's Day? And I was like, I think she'd just like flower cash, you know?
Give your mom money for Mother's Day? Just cash?
No, not even cash anymore, just Venmo. I'm just like, Mom, look what I gave you on Venmo. And then she's
What
like,
a
wow,
healthy
that's so...
family relationship.
She's like, how? No. And I said, when you go out and spend all your money on plants, I want you to think of me.
Okay.
I mean, if that's not thoughtful, John, when you look at a plant, when I go back in the summer and I look at the backyard, I'm like, I bought that shit.
Yeah.
You know?
That's cool. That's good.
I bought that shit.
Yeah, that'd be great.
When did you come? You came in August. There were plenty of plants in August when you
Oh,
came.
yeah.
And
Flourishing.
And honestly, last year was an off year. I mean, my mom really dropped the ball. She was not. Usually, she just goes crazy, just plant. The best is when my dad's like, "I'm so tired of buying a palm tree, a big ass palm tree every year. Let's just bring it in the house for the winter." And then she doesn't want it in the house during the winter. It's like, well, it saves like $350 if it lives. But of course, only like one of the big three, like, I don't know if you'd call it a stalk, but the stalks live.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, should we throw it out? It's got that one green piece. And then you bring it outside and it looks like, you know, like the World Trade Center. It's just got like a little, you know, popping up out of nowhere.
The World Trade Center? That was your best.
Well, I was looking right at it,
Yeah.
and, you know, it's like that one little thing coming out the top. Crazy to think there used to be two massive buildings right there. Could not imagine being here on a day like that, you know? People looking across the water and shit. You can see it from Long Island. You can see the smoke from Long Island. And, I mean, it was crazy.
Wait, there was fire?
No, when, on 9/11, I was saying.
Oh, jeez.
Like you could see,
Yeah.
you couldn't see the World Trade Center obviously, but well, that's not even true. There are some places, I can't remember if I mentioned it when we were driving back on the boat this summer,
Yeah.
but you can see the New York City skyline in the middle of the bay.
Oh,
It's very faint,
cool.
but if you look hard, you can see it. Which is pretty cool. Because you have to imagine there's a ton of shit in the way too, right? I mean, like you're looking through Long Island City, which is not small anymore.
Does your loop come here?
Well, that's the other thing, because when I was thinking about it in my head, I was like, the real unfair advantage I would have over John is I know the loop. Like I know exactly where to turn. I know.
Yeah, I might
You
be
could get
stopping.
a little like backwards and be like, am I going in the did I make a wrong turn or whatever? I mean,
Yeah.
it's pretty easy once you. New York City's very easy because you have the numbers, obviously. I thought that was going to be a great set. And then it wasn't.
Do you want me to slide down further, John?
Good
Join
block,
us
B.
on the bench?
Good
In
job.
the back.
So does Rob. He needs a new back.
like physically, I've been feeling a little better lately. I felt great on my run the other day. I ran a tank top. It was awesome. I was like, this is so warm out. I ran this set. What's your family here?
Yeah.
What you guys do?
Man. Got some dinners.
Those
Dante. It's Dante.
I've heard of it.
Good spot. Best bar in the world.
Then the pandemic.
What?
Then the pandemic came. And,
Yeah. But still very famous. Good pasta.
Pasta. Pastafarian. The sun's creeping. Was it just your parents or also your sisters?
Just parents.
Lovely couples. Not like the Leeds. Ugh. No.
Not like what?
The Leeds.
No.
No. God. I heard Mrs. Lee is
Ways or something like that.
That's horrible. It's absolutely awful.
Some people shouldn't have kids.
Listen, the standard for parents around here is very high after Mr. Zoo's performance at the zoo. Okay?
I know, that was
Awesome. I love Mr.
pretty
Zoo.
flawless performance.
What is your father's first name? Chin. I said the other day to, didn't I say to Brian, I said, it's either like Chin or Chang, I can't remember. There's Chin. Nice shot. Have you ever been in the New World Trade Center?
Yeah, I went up there a long time ago.
I've only been once. You ever been to the 9/11 Museum?
No.
Awesome.
I gotta go.
It's so awesome.
That's bucket list.
I mean, like, it's sad, but it's so well done.
Yeah, I've heard.
It, like, remarkably well done how they put everything together.
I go to the memorial.
But yeah,
I work right there. That's super cool.
yeah. That to me, that's a must. And I'm not like a big museum guy, but to me, that is an I was gonna say it's an absolute must for me.
Last book I read was Holocaust related.
Holocaust related?
Yeah. World War II.
Which one?
Lilac Girls. It's a historical fiction.
Oh.
Follows the journey of three girls, one Polish, one German, one American, and their experiences during the war. How they all converged at one point. Good book. Terrible to read on the subway. Sobbing.
I wasn't sure where you were going with that. I was like,
That's
Tough
about where
read.
I was expecting.
Tough reading, brother.
whew. Whew. Nice shot, Pete.
I gotta stop reading tragic books on the subway. That just start making me sob.
I just can't wait for the one day I randomly see you on the subway. I'm like, John, is he all right?
Always
Yeah, like,
just having a
thanks, bud.
So that building between the two factories.
The big ones. Yeah.
Still Manhattan.
No,
It's Brooklyn.
it's Brooklyn.
Come
Heads up.
on. I always get confused by
It's
that one.
residential.
Like,
Oh yeah.
where's the edge?
Well, if you see,
And I thought the Brooklyn Tower was pretty far out.
it's right on the water.
Okay.
And if you look south from my office,
Yeah.
it's the only thing remotely big in that, right? Everything else is zoned to be super small, so that's also part of the reason you know it's there. 'Cause it's like that'd be one hell of a variance that this is the only building allowed to be this tall.
Yeah.
But I used to know the name of it.
It throws me off because like I can't tell how close it is, and like the factory is Manhattan. So I was like, is it right behind that? And
You know what's my new like favorite funny thing at work is? Our real estate team works on financings for so many of the new buildings here in LIC and in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So when I help out with them, there's a lot of tax abatements for the city, but there are different areas where you can get, you can get a better abatement if you're in certain areas or whatnot. So I'm always like writing back, and I'm like, oh, this is in whatever area, and they're like, well, I know it says that on the map, but like, how do we really know it's there? I was like, oh, I know the ARC LIC. I walk past it every goddamn day, And everyone's like, how do you know all the buildings we do? I was like, because I run in Brooklyn a lot, and I live in Long Island City. I know all the buildings.
Yeah, you run right by all the development.
All the developed buildings, yeah.
That whole run is like brand new buildings. Yeah.
But they say all the time, they're just like, oh, 365 bond. I was like, oh, I know that. Like, I think most of the people work in Manhattan, or live in Manhattan that I work with. So, they're not cultured like us, John,
Yeah, people in Manhattan.
Like Zoo. Does Zoo look cultured?
No.
No.
Not with that cut.
Wow. Wow.
I don't really know what I meant by that.
I know what you meant.
As long as that.
Somehow.
John's just trying to start things now.
Adrien?
The windmill!
I hated that.
The windmill!
I hated that.
John, let's be real. If you did that, you would have been like, wow, that was so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm mad that it wasn't me.
Oh, I got that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Impressed and I'm jealous.
Now the sun's behind a cloud, so I don't really know where the sun is.
No, it's
No, but I mean like where it would hit the sand, because the sand's all just dark now. Yeah.
The sun's gone.
It's 11:11. Nope, 36. Wow. I was about to say make a wish. You know what the funniest thing is?
yeah.
I never said that, did anything. Kenneth, the guy in my office I talk about, he is just like, you'll be in the middle of the conversation and he'd just be like, oh, 11:11, pulls out his cross, gets on a knee, and I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. Oh, yeah. And ever since I've met Kenneth, now I'm like, during the week, I almost always notice that it's 11:11 in the morning. Always. I'm like, Kenneth just put a spell on me. Not a good. Nope. Good luck.
So the real question is, how often is Ken in the office at 11?
He does make it by 11:11 most of the time. Well, that's probably part of the time because I go out to talk to him for the first time at about 11:11. And that's honestly that's pretty much what it is. I wish I took a screenshot of this first year. I left the office at what, 5:50 on Thursday, which is like
Yeah, that's absurd.
that's never ever happens. I told everybody, I was like, if you need anything, I'm going, but I want to go home. I only had like a long sleeve shirt. I was like, I want to run in a tank top and whatnot. Is that game? Holy shit, that was 14 minutes.